Hey guys, what's going on? So today I'm going to review AFI's 6th album, Sing the Sorrow. So anyways, so let's get started. So first of all, this album came out in 2003. It was technically it's their major label debut, or maybe just their breakthrough album. I wouldn't say major label, because it's like Nitro Records was an indie label, but it's not like a really small label, but I guess you could say this is their major label debut, even though it is like their 6th album anyways. Yeah, it's the breakthrough album, and it's one of their most successful albums. It's their first of their two, it's probably their second most successful album. Their most successful album is obviously the next one, December Underground. Anyways, so yeah, so let's get to the packaging. I actually have a different album cover than most of them, since I guess, well, technically this is my dad's CD, but I guess he just gave it to me. But anyways, this is, I guess when it first came out, it was silver or something. I'm not sure about that. I should do some research. But anyways, yeah, normally that's red. Also, the jewel case is kind of cracked right here. A piece fell out, so that sucks. And then on the back, you actually have some artwork from, it's called, Black Sails in the Sunset, which is kind of interesting. I never understood the meaning behind that. And then there's all the track listing right there and credits and shit. So then when you open it up, yeah, it's also broken there. One of the hinges fell off. But anyways, so right here you have a black on black on the disc cover. So yeah, see like looks like a spore or something right there, and then AFI Sing Sorrow. Behind there, you have a picture of the band and some writing. I've never really cared enough to read it. Alright, and then booklet. On the back, you have another one of these little symbols. You see a lot of these all over the album, like that one, that one. There's a lot of them. I never understood their meaning or anything. How many there are? They're kind of hard to memorize. Like, see, there's another one. So you got picture, lyrics, another picture, lyrics, more symbols, another symbol, and lyrics and all that. So yeah, pretty basic booklet, a little interesting. Something that's kind of interesting is that you see a little bunny right here and it says Rabbits Are Roadkill. I believe that's a hidden track or like vinyl only track or something from December Underground. I'm not sure about that, but I do know that is a song. Anyways, so this album's pretty good. It's not my favorite from them, obviously. It's alright. Like, I like it mostly because of nostalgia. Not because, like, if I heard it now, for the first time, I would like it. I probably wouldn't like it if I heard it for the first time now. But I mostly like this album out of nostalgia. So, anyway, so the first song, Miseria Cantera, at the beginning, is just an intro. And you have, like, an electronic beat playing in the background. And you hear the band, they're kind of, like, chanting this chorus over and over. And this is kind of where AFI started to get a little emo. They're kind of more, I guess I would say, like, pop rock on this album. Or with a little bit of goth in there, but, yeah, this is more of just a straight-up rock album. But anyway, so yeah, that song's kind of good. It's a good intro, especially the way it bleeds into the next song, the leaving song, part 2. It's kind of weird how part 2 is at the beginning and part 1 is at the end, but I'll get to that once I talk about part 1. But yeah, it's a good song. It's like the lead single from his whole album, I think. And the music video for that song actually introduced me to Straight Edge, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, if you don't know about that music video, watch it. It's a pretty decent music video. Anyways, so yeah. Bleed Black, it's a good song. It's catchy. It's not the best on the album, but it does have a really cool acoustic guitar part towards the end that's really interesting. So yeah. Silver and Cold, a really nostalgic song for me, because at the beginning of it, you hear a rain. Like, it sounds pretty realistic. And then you hear like a car driving in. It just reminds me of being a little kid. I don't know why. I heard this song a lot. I heard this album a lot as a kid, but yeah, it's kind of funny. It reminds me of that. It's a really nostalgic song. It's an okay song. Dancing Through Sunday is one of the more aggressive songs on here, but it's still kind of bright. Yeah, it's a little poppy, but it's still like probably the heaviest song on here. But it has like the most screaming from Davey Havok on here, probably. Either that or Death of Seasons, which is my favorite song in here, but we'll get to that in a second. After that is Girls Not Grey, which is probably the poppiest song on here. It's alright. It's really, really poppy, and it's really catchy, but at the same time, it's just not my favorite on here. It's kind of overrated. Anyways, Death of Seasons is my favorite song on here. It's really good. It's really melodramatic. It's kind of funny. So first of all, at the beginning of it, it has like Davey Havok screaming over electronic music, and then of course the band playing. Kind of an interesting riff, and it has a good guitar riff too. Like, it's really quiet and subtle, and the chorus is all right, but yeah, it's a really dark song. But what's hilarious is that it's really melodramatic at the end. You literally hear a violin playing, like, like really dramatic violin, and then you hear an echo of Davey Havok screaming something. You can understand what he's saying, but it's really cringeworthy. But that's still my favorite song on the whole album. But it's really funny how they have something so melodramatic and over the top of that at the end of the song. It's hilarious. The Great Disappointment isn't really very memorable other than the intro. Same goes for Paper Airplanes, Makeshift Wings. It's just kind of an average song. This Celluloid Dream is actually a pretty good song. It's pretty white, but Davey Havok's screams on that song are really good. It has a really interesting, intro guitar riff. Yeah, it's kind of like it's just more of a straight up rock song, honestly. But yeah. Okay, the Leaving Song, part 1. It's actually, I like it a little bit better than Leaving Song part 2. It's a lot more mellow, and I think it has an acoustic guitar the whole time. And then, it's more mellow, and yeah. And the lyrics are kind of interesting, though it's a really short song. And the last song on here, ... but Home is Nowhere. It's another really melodramatic song. Like, I don't know, the lyrics are really corny and dramatic. And then after that, there's a hidden track, and then it's really like, it goes on for a pretty long time. I think there's like a hidden track of like a poem being read or something. And I don't remember what it was about. It was about, I think it was about like sitting under a tree or something like that. I can't remember, but that was like the setting. I don't remember the rest. And it was like, it's like supposed to be raining, but I think that's like just the setting of it, the poem. The rest of it's kind of unmemorable. And after that, you have a hidden track that's all right. But yeah, but Home is Nowhere is a good song on here. But like Death of Seasons, it's really, really melodramatic. I don't really have much else to say about this album other than it's really nostalgic for me, which is probably the main reason I like this album. I don't love it, but I like it. Out of 10 stars, I'd give it maybe like, I guess 8. It's like, on here they do what they do really, really well, but in my opinion, not so much on their next album after this, December Underground. On that album, they still have a similar style, except it's a lot poppier, it's a lot less aggressive, and it's even less gothic. It's more of just a pop rock / emo album. It's kind of boring on the next album, and that's gonna be an interesting album to review. Anyways, and then the album after that, what's it called? Crash Love. It's probably my second least favorite from them. It's just kind of bland and boring. That one's probably their most straight up rock album. It's more aggressive than their other stuff, but it's a lot more just, there's nothing really too special about that one. It's really your standard alternative rock album. And then their latest album, Burials, is definitely my least favorite. It's just so boring, and that's going to be an interesting album to review. It's probably the first thing I've ever reviewed that I don't like, but yeah, I hate that album. But I'm really excited about the Blood album. I think it's going to be really good. So anyways, yeah, check this album out if you just want a good, just rock album, I guess, that's with some gothic influence. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.